Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first annual Her Sports Convo holiday live show. If you're prompt, thanks for being here, and I am so excited to get this started off. If you have not seen all the glorious promo, we have a fun show for you guys tonight. I am featured with some of my three favorite internet friends. I feel like I've known them forever, but unfortunately, I've never met in person. And I'm excited you guys will be here. We'll have games. We'll talk about sports. We'll probably talk about a whole bunch of other buffoonery because literally between the past 5 hours, everything has happened between the NFL, NBA, everything and anything. So since we're here and we're getting started, make sure to comment down below. We want to hear you guys' opinions. Say, hey, how you doing? Let us know because we're here to have fun just like you guys. So go ahead and drop your hays, your high lows in the comments below. We'll be looking, we'll pop you on screen, everything. So let's get this show started. Our very first guest is my friend Sarah from the Girl Who Talks Sports. Literally, if you're new here, I don't know how you don't know her, but she's been around forever. We love to talk about rich people's outfits. That's our main thing, as well as the NFL. So everybody say hey to Sam.
Hello! I am so excited to be here. I'm so glad we chose the same backdrop here. We're both in front of our Christmas tree. I have my ugly sweater on, with there he is, the Grinch.
Shout out to 2 Chains.
But thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited to do this with you.
Thank you for being here. I mean, we had a schedule. I said everyone out a little deep to dot, but you guys, at 2 o'clock today, Roger Goodell was like, hey, maybe I should care about the people in my league.
Yeah.
Maybe we should care about each other and not let each other hurt themselves. So, girl, what is up? What is up?
It's funny. I just saw like a meme somewhere that someone texted Roger Goodell as in like not really. It was a fake message, but it was like, "Oh my God, the AFC North is falling apart with COVID cases." And he's like, "Oh my God, is it the Steelers or the Ravens?" And they're like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, then I don't care." Like, I don't
I
care.
mean, basically, because like it literally it was like, oh, 99.999% of the league is on protocols. Maybe we should do something about it.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really, really bad. But the Browns in particular have been it's just not good. It's not looking good at all for them. So they have rescheduled the game to Tuesday, I believe. Or no,
Mm-hmm.
Monday, and then the other two games are on Tuesday. So yeah, it's like crazy that we went this long without getting a game rescheduled. I remember last year it was like bad. We were watching football on a Tuesday because it was like all over the place. But I mean, at least we made it this far into the season without getting too many reschedules. But yeah, I don't know what's up with all the COVID cases. Like this
I
week, like
I
everybody has COVID.
everyone was like, oh, it's the holidays. Let's go out. Let's get crazy. And like, it's like even in like the NBA and hockey, it seems like literally everyone decide like, let's go get COVID this week.
Yeah, that's
Especially
basically
on the Browns.
they must have had like a group chat or something. They were like, "This is the week. We're all gonna go and get COVID. We
Or
planned
somebody
it."
had like a rager over Thanksgiving. Everybody went to the party and everyone got COVID.
Yeah, it's crazy though. But I mean, like I said, we made it this far into the season without any reschedules. So now they have all of these reschedules, which again isn't the best. I don't really want to watch football on a Tuesday night, not Washington and Philadelphia, but it is what it is, and it's safer, I suppose, and hopefully everybody gets out of that COVID protocol faster than normal because I think a lot of the people are vaccinated. They've just been testing positive. So it's a sticky situation, but Goodell kind of took a little bit too long, I think, to figure this all out.
Way too long. I mean, I feel like last week the Browns were like coming out with their COVID cases like every other day. And like honestly, that's the people who shocked me the most because like you're in Cleveland. Like what we can probably pinpoint where this started at because like it's not like they're in Miami, it's not like there's a
Right.
club around every corner. Like I'm pretty sure we can pinpoint the house, the place where this got started. But yeah, it's tough. Like after after I saw Case Keenum was out, I was like, okay, maybe we should take a break.
I audibly gasped when I read the news about Case Keenum because I was like, this is not happening for the Browns. And like also it puts them at a terrible disadvantage against the Raiders. Like basically their entire starting lineup is out. Like there's a very slim chance that they can then win that game, especially when they're in the hunt or on the bubble to get into the playoff contention. So yeah, I mean I'm glad they rescheduled it because I'm sure Baker, Stefanski, all of them will be better by Monday, hopefully. But yeah, it's not a good look.
But the wild part to me is like they weren't even like testing people who were vaxxed. Like I feel like you had to have like symptoms and then all that. And I'm like, that's probably how we got here. Like
Yeah, well, the whole thing is with this COVID protocol. Apparently, I think it's the Seahawks have been the only team the entire season who have tested twice a week, every single week, and every other team tests once a week. Which, to be fair, I know it's probably a lot of money and everything, but they should be testing every day,
yeah.
especially when no one's wearing masks and some people still aren't vaccinated, which is it is what it is, but you can't just assume like Monday, oh, don't have COVID, won't get COVID for the week. Like that's not how COVID works. It's not like, oh man, I didn't get the Monday deadline, guess I can't get COVID until next week. Like that's not how it works. So I think that it's just their protocols were just not in place very well.
Oh yeah. But I mean, Baker did go on like his little Twitter draft. And when I was reading it, all I saw was him being like, like I don't get to play. No one else should get to play.
I feel like Baker is like very petty, and I'm a Baker Mayfield stan. Like I love Baker Mayfield, and I feel like he can be super petty. So I could imagine that 100%.
Like the way because he was saying he was like, this isn't fair. That's basically his whole statement was like, it's not fair. Like I followed the rules and I still got it. They didn't follow the rules and they still got it, and I don't get to play, but they didn't get it. Like that's, But I mean, that
kind of has a point.
True,
kind of has a point there, but probably didn't go about it
the right way. Like, yeah, maybe airing out your entire job on the internet maybe wasn't, the best case scenario. And then my thing is like they rescheduled it to Monday. Like if you got it, like if you truly have it, you're not gonna have your 2 tests by Monday. Like so
I don't know what the thought process here is, but this is what they did.
Like, the entire team was false positives.
That'd be insane if they just got like bad COVID tests. It would be, oh my god, that'd be so terrible. But nothing we can do about it now. It's already postponed.
And because literally, it's like every other day, it's like a list, and I'm like, y'all just need to make the list of who's not on that list, because like it'll take you a lot less time to read it.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the whole thing too, I feel so bad. Like this whole week, they've been like Saturday doubleheader, and now it's just Pats Colts tomorrow. Like the Browns aren't and Raiders aren't even playing, so it's not a Saturday doubleheader anymore. It's just a random Saturday game.
Yeah. It's just
like, gonna be on for the next 4 days.
Yeah, because it was like it said it was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. They don't play Wednesday, and then Thursday,
and then Thursday's
Saturday.
Oh I'm gonna be like all footballed out.
You're like, can we take a timeout? And like that's what's really gonna hurt at the end of the day, like, because like. Yeah, you're moving the games, but like they don't get time to like rest and recover. And after like the horrific thing we saw last night, and like he just hit his head on the ground. Like, who knows what we can see now?
God. Yeah, Donald Parham. Yeah, that was terrible. And from what I understand, he's in stable condition, and they're releasing him from the hospital. But oh my god,
that was so scary.
What a scare! And like it was his body like position and weight. I mean, I really hope he's okay. That was horrible, but it looks like he just fell down the wrong way and just hit his head. And
truly, because I like reminded, I was like, did I miss something? Like
no, I'm pretty sure it's a concussion.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that he's getting discharged from the hospital, so that's always a good sign.
Best sign. Now, if you're not new here, me and Sam, and shout out to our gal Sterling and our gal Jordan, we like to talk about rich people's outfits. So since the Heisman had just occurred last week, I decided what better time for us, go over their little outfits, their little swagger, or more like swagless, as we'll be deciding which
Yes.
ones, were hot or not. So we're definitely going to start off with Mr. Aiden Hutchinson. Now, you can go first, but all I'm going to say is there's probably a reason why this is the only outfit picture I was able to find of this man.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Like, I don't think there's anything too wrong with it. I've never been the biggest fan of blue and black, or like navy and black together. I think he tried to be a little different with like the lapels being dark and like the blazer being blue or navy. It's kind of just like a clean look, but it's like okay. It's not gonna blow me away, but he got dressed up for the Heisman ceremony that he knew he wasn't going to win. So I think that's what he basically prepared himself for.
I mean, honestly, because I was like, he was playing it safe, but also it's giving me like I'm going to my sister's wedding. Like I'm in my sister's wedding.
Yeah, like a sister's wedding vibe is definitely like a groomsman.
Yes,
It was
like
bad, but like you'd never wear it like on your own.
He was like, I still got this in my closet from last year. And I know I'm not gonna win. Nobody even knows who I am. Half the people here don't even know who I am.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna throw this thing on. I'm not gonna take any pictures because the only person who's gonna talk to me is, the few people who know who I am, and then I'm gonna go home. So
yeah,
it's not awful. I do, because we've seen worse. We've seen worse.
For sure. For sure.
And when y'all are done here, y'all can definitely check out all the videos me and Sam have done together. Link down below if y'all want to go check those out when we're wrapped up here. But yeah, I give it a it's a good, not great. It's like
I'd agree. I agree with a good, not great. Like it's fine. It looks fine. Yeah. He looks put together. It fits him, but it doesn't blow me away.
It's safe. Like
safe. Yeah, definitely.
And our next one is Mr. CJ Stroud. This is the very first photo I saw of him, and then I read the caption. Now, the caption is really what took me over the top because it said hashtag Kendra Scott for men, hashtag I'm ready for the Heisman. And I was like, hey, get your red no, baby. He said, NIL, let me make this money.
Wait, he had hashtag I'm ready for the Heisman?
Yes. And I was like, if I worked for Kendra Scott, I would have been like, y'all sure y'all want to use this particular hashtag? But I mean, who knows how much but I mean, he looks good. He looks good.
I think he looks fresh here. I love the brown shoes with the blue suit. I love the pop of red. It's the holidays. You gotta get a little thing in there, but it also matches. I believe it's 3 pieces, right? He has like a vest underneath it. I'm a big fan of 3-piece suits. I think 3-piece suits are really, really nice. So, but I mean, I'd give him, what was the one
Hold
before?
on, Sam, before you give it out, here's the party. The party lied underneath. He had a seat. He said, Ohio.
So the thing is, I love the detail on the inside. I hate Ohio State. So that's where my predicament is here. I don't like Ohio State like at all in any sort of anything, sports, school, whatever. But it's a good idea to like represent your school at the Heisman ceremony. I'm feeling it. What's right below Hot Fire Flames?
Drop the link. Yes.
Drop the link. I'd say that. I'd say he looks good. It fits him well. It was obviously tailored to him. The red obviously represents the Ohio State, and it ties him with the inside. I'd give him a drop the link. I think that he looks pretty good.
I like it. He was a true contender because he was up there with the ones, and so he had to do a little bit something. He couldn't play it safe like Aiden did. He had to do a little bit of something, and it was understated because he was like, I know I might not win, so at least it's on the inside. So like if I don't win,
right,
it just looks like a regular, pinstripe
regular suit.
So,
yeah,
I gotta go in the drop the link for it. The only issue I have is that like you can see like if the brand like didn't put their logo right in the middle of the like, I feel like it messes it up. Like we were here for a good time.
They put that there for a reason.
Like you couldn't put it on the back.
No, they did that there for a reason because they knew he'd take a picture like this. Like they were like brand marketing. Do it.
Hey, they're like Kendra Scott for men said, no one knows we even make clothes. So somebody needs to figure it out.
It's fair. It's very fair.
Our next one is Mr. Kenny Pickett. You know, he made his name for himself over the past few days, and he looks cute. You know,
I like it. I love the color of the suit. It's like a cauliflower bluish, pale blue with a little bit of texture. He went with the solid tie and the pattern shirt. I think he looks very well put together. Nothing like pops from it because it's all like in the blue spectrum, so it all matches very well.
that's the cool suit.
Okay.
Shout out to
Again,
his
like it
girlfriend. She
looks
plays soccer
good.
at Princeton. You go, gal. She looks better than him. Like
She looks 100 times better than him. I think, again, I feel like, you wear this to a wedding. Maybe not your sister's wedding. Maybe just like to a
he's
wedding.
going to Aiden Hutchinson's sister's wedding.
Yeah, exactly. Again, it looks good. He looks snazzy. He, brushed his hair back with the, I'm a big fan of the long hair. Yeah, I think it looks fine. It's just like not rocking me. It's like
It's
it needs
neutral.
something that just needs to pop somewhere, like a cool shoe or something,
or a tie, like him just having on that like navy tie. It was like,
yeah, like I feel like whenever we've rated like the draft outfits or the the draft. We did the NBA draft and the NFL draft. Like, I feel like we're like, oh yeah, it's plain, but the shoes are cool. Like the shoes look really good. Like maybe if he had like a cool shoe, but Kenny Pickett doesn't seem like a cool shoe kind of guy. He's a traditional guy, suit, shoe, tie. Like again, looks good. I'll give him a good, not great.
He owns a lot of boat shoes, lots of khakis, lots
of like salmon pink shirts, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't sway too far from the like standard typical white male outfit. It's like,
but it works. It works for him though.
It worked. It got him this far. So we can't really be mad at him.
Fits the vibe.
Definitely fits the vibe. Now, next, we have Mr. Heisman himself, y'all, Bryce Young. And I can already tell you, he should have won the Heisman based on this outfit. Now, you can't really tell in the photo, but that is like a Hunter Force green velvet jacket. I thought it was black until he went up there and he was talking to the guy from College Game Day. And I was like, is that green? Oh my gosh.
Yes. Everything. I agree. Should have won the Heisman just based off of the outfit. He also probably came into this saying, there's a high chance I'm going to win this thing. I'm going to look good with that trophy, as he does here in this picture. The chain pulls it together. He didn't go with the tie. He went with the turtleneck, which looks great. The green velvet is very holiday-like. It fits the vibe of December, but also could wear it at any point in time. It's not like a red or anything. The shoes bring out the sportiness. He didn't go completely. Oh, that picture of him putting the necklace on looks fantastic. I love this. I love everything. I love the shoes. They look great. Yeah, he looked fantastic.
And I do like, this is Hot Fire Flames, no question about it.
For sure, yeah.
And he didn't even have a sponsorship. Like, you thought $1 million Bryce. He had $1 million for his season started. He was like, I can take this one off. Like,
yeah,
he looked good. He looked good.
He did a very good job.
And then especially like you went to school with Devontae Smith. Like that man can dress. So maybe Devontae over the last year was giving him some tips. He's like, put away the blue suit. We're not doing blue suits anymore.
No, yeah, Devontae definitely was just like, listen, I won the Heisman. You're gonna win it this year. We all know, even though it wasn't announced, we all know Bryce Young's gonna win the Heisman here. This is the vibe you're gonna go for. He
picked it out for him.
Yeah, like it works, and it works for him too. Everybody went with the tie, everybody went for the formal look, and he did get the blazer. He got the formalness out of it, but he was like, I'm gonna do something a little different, make myself stand out a little bit more. And
it shows how young he is. You know what I mean? Like I felt like CJ Stroud, because him and CJ Stroud are the same age, but I felt like CJ Stroud like tried to make himself look older with a 3-piece suit.
It definitely. So
and
yeah.
You're young, show your ankles, baby. Like, come on now.
The ankles look good. Cropped cropped pants on guys look good. Like a well-fitted thing. I'm a big fan. Definitely Bryce Young is hot fire flames as an entire being.
Mr. Heisman himself, you deserved it, babe.
Mm-hmm.
And now, for y'all who not know, our gal Sam, she is the biggest Giants fan I've personally ever met. And so when I saw Michael Strahan was going to space, I was like, we have got to talk to her about this, because how do we feel? How do you feel about this? How did it go for you, girl?
So I remember, Thursday, he was supposed to go Thursday the 9th, I think, December 9th. And they were like, oh, it's too windy today. Can't go to space. It's too windy. And I was like, first of all, that's insane that we have to incorporate the wind into space travel. But also, I thought about it and I was like, I swear to God, if Michael Strahan goes up into space and doesn't come back down, I'm going to sue for trauma. I'm going to be so, like, what's a world without Michael Strahan? What's in a universe? What's space without Michael Strahan? So I was a little nervous. I'm not going to lie. I was a little nervous, but it seemed like it went really well. He really enjoyed himself. And I believe it was around a 10-minute like complete trip, which is also bonkers insane that it takes less than 10 minutes to get into space. I had no idea.
That was the ozone layer, so that's probably why.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. But he was like, yeah, this is great. And I honestly was a little confused too as to why it was Michael Strahan. Like, when they were just like, yes, breaking news, Michael Strahan's going to be going into space. I was like, this is a joke, right? Like, this isn't actually happening. And they were like, yeah, it's happening. And I was like, okay, guess you need to be a Super Bowl winner, and you also have to be the league sack leader, and that's the requirements to get into space. And you got to have, a good personality. Like, I was like, oh, cool. Like, I got 1 out of 3 of those things.
I got Knicks. Sam's got Knicks. She's got Knicks. She's sign me up.
Yeah, I mean,
send me the Google Doc. I got it.
There were 4 people on this spaceship that were like paying to go to space. So 4 people got to go to space with Michael Strahan. I mean, I don't know how much it was, but if I had the money, I'd go to space with Michael Strahan too. I think that'd be a pretty cool icebreaker to introduce yourself with. Like, hi, my name is Sam, and I've been to space with Michael Strahan. Like, so cool.
I feel like it'd be cool to like go to because like I said, they're not really going to space, so like the likelihood of you like dying is lesser, because you're just going on like a very 90-degree plane ride. So I feel like that could be cool, to look higher, see something darker. Like, I feel like that could look cool. I don't necessarily would have to go to Mike Strahan, but again, that'd be cool to say. Like, I would, because like it was also one of the like first astronauts like to ever go into space. It was like his like granddaughter or something was also there too. So like,
yes,
that's got to be cool. Fun. But people like say something interesting about yourself. Like, I could good conversation starter. But it was just random. Like, did they call? Like, did he call them? Did they call him? Like, how?
Yeah. And what was so funny too was that since he didn't go Thursday, he did like the Thursday night football with Fox, like what he normally would do. And he was like, yeah, I didn't go to space today. We're going to go on Saturday though, but I'll see you guys on Sunday for, football game day. And I'm like, Michael Strahan straight up was just like, Saturday, no good for me. I gotta go to space. But Sunday I'll be around. I'll be there for Sunday. And I'm like, could you imagine being able to say, I can't? Someone asks you, hey, can you hang out on Saturday? Nah, I can't go into space. Sunday I'm around though. Like, it's.
I got you next. Though.
Yeah, so, I'll pencil you in. But Saturday I can't do it. Gotta go to space. It's like, what in the world? And Jeff Bezos was there. Like, I was like, of course it was Bezos who's funding everything. And I was just like, all right, this is what our world has come to. If you told me 10 years ago that the owner of Amazon and Michael Strahan would be friends and he'd be sending Michael Strahan to space, I'd be like, that's not a real thing.
What book are you reading this out of?
Yeah, I was like, this is like an alternate universe situation. But here we are, and Michael Strahan has been to space, but I'm glad he had a good time, and I'm glad he's back on the ground again, even though he already said he wants to go back, which is like, take it easy, Michael.
Oh my God, watch, like in 3 years, they're going to be doing like the NFL Sunday kickoff, and like Jeff Bezos like space plane,
100%.
I guess.
100% that's gonna happen. Like, I wouldn't even give it 5. I give it like 3 years from now. Like, straight up, they're gonna be like, "Yo, pregame from space." It's like, okay, here we go. Now we're going up into space.
Like it's gonna be wild. It's definitely gonna be wild, but not as wild as Chase Claypool. Not as wild as this man, who really
My God.
doesn't he did the definition of he did not understand the assignment.
Chase did not understand the assignment, and let me tell you, I was sitting actually right on the couch I'm sitting on right now. My brother, who is a diehard Steelers fan, was sitting on the couch across from me. He was livid, and I was like, "What is he doing?" And when I saw him leaning and pointing, I was like, does he not know that there's like 30 seconds left of the game? Like, what? And then he blames it on his center. He was like, "Oh, the center didn't snap the ball fast enough." I was like, bro, like, you literally need to line up. Like, what are you doing celebrating? You should be celebrating if you win. You could have won that game, and you could have done all the celebrating you wanted to.
Everybody would have been down with you, babe. And
literally and there's so many people are like off the Chase Claypool train because they're like, he's kind of a jerk.
Well, like,
that game.
He was always annoying to me just because I don't like his voice. So his voice is kind of like it just makes my ears itch a little bit. Like, no offense, Chase. Like, Chase, if you ever want to hang out, you ever want to come on the pod, you ever want to come on YouTube, I'm open to it. But like, your voice kind of makes my ears itch a little bit.
Oh, that's so funny. The itchy ears. Yeah, I totally feel that. But yeah, I mean, just to show, like, I mean, the Steelers didn't show up in the first half of that game. It was not good at all. But I mean, Ben Roethlisberger looked like old Ben Roethlisberger in the second half of that game. Like, he was just like, he was a leader. He was getting things done. And I've said my fair share about Ben. You know, I'm saying he's got to go. He's old. He's finished. And he still is. But that's the way you want to go out, right? Like, that's the way you want to kind of potentially end your last season with a team that you've been with forever. Going out on top, looking great, and getting a winning season. And you have this kid, Chase, just out here just celebrating a first down when you have 30 seconds left on the clock. I'm pretty pissed. I would be pissed if I was.
And it wasn't even like a first down near the goal line. It was like the first down, they were still like halfway down the field. Like,
yeah, it's not even like they were like about to win, like with a touchdown. Like, it was not good. And I know Tomlin was pissed off. He was mad. He benched him in the middle of that game for some sort of celebration or some sort of something that happened earlier. So Chase is on the hot seat. I feel like Mike Tomlin is like the no nonsense kind of guy that was like, I don't care how good you are. If you're gonna be a butthead, then you're not gonna play.
We can fight about it. Like,
yeah, totally.
If you want to go, you can go.
Tomlin is, I mean, a little bit of a scary man. Like, I feel like he would he reminds me of like a teacher that yelled too much. That you were like a little bit afraid of them. Like, you respect them because
they're like good. The PE teacher. Like they were cool when they were cool, but like when they got mad, you're like, okay, y'all, we need to.
We gotta reel it in. We gotta reel it in. We're being too loud. But yeah, Chase Claypool, man, he lost that game for them.
Definitely, and the fact that you went up in front of the media and didn't like take responsibility. Like, obviously, yes, a lot of things in that game led up to y'all being down and in that situation, yes. But you had a very obvious one at the end, which was 100% in your control. Because, like, yeah, you can say, like, me catching the ball, me running the route is in your control. But, you have a defender. You have people running at you. You choosing not to, like, give a little dance for the girlfriends on Instagram. Like, come on now.
No, but that's true, though. He definitely should have taken responsibility for that. If anything, apologize. Just be like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I was in the moment. Make up whatever excuse you want. But
and, like, we wouldn't even known if it was genuine or not. Like, you just say it,
And then people would be like, that wasn't genuine. But at least you would have said something, like something positive, something apologetic. But it's yeah. Chase is definitely sitting on the hot seat.
Definitely. And I mean, even so, this weekend, I'm even to go even back to last Thursday Night Football with the Ravens. There's been a lot of discussions about extra points, 2-point conversions. A lot of games have been down on which one you should take first. Should you take the field goal first? Should you do 2 points? Should you even kick the PAT and go to the game? How do we feel about it? Like the most, I guess we can even not really like Monday Night Football game because that wasn't really one. But like, there's been a lot of conversation about it. I'm personally a fan of like, let's go into overtime, but they went into overtime. The Chargers did, and that just really didn't work out for them yesterday. So
Yeah. No, I think the 2-point conversion that happened in that Ravens game, like I understood why John Harbaugh wanted to do that. I understood like where his head was at, and I get that. If we're gonna go to like last night's game with the Chargers and the Chiefs, which first of all was an excellent game, it was fit all of my expectations. Brandon Stanley going for it on 4th down several times. And I get it. You want to go for 4th down on a few plays. You want to make that, and that's the kind of team that this is. If they made one field goal, if they kicked an extra point one time, they would have won. It wouldn't have gotten to overtime. The Chargers would have won. And they would have beaten the Chiefs twice this year, which is very impressive.
Very.
Just I get going for it on 4th and 1 or 4th and 1 or 4th and goal or whatever it is. Like, yes, you definitely want to get up on those points, but it's not necessary every single time. You need to do it at least once and get those extra points because like we said, it was, and then in the end, honestly, it sucks that overtime rules are basically like whoever wins the coin toss wins the game a lot of the time.
That hurt. That hurt. I mean, I felt bad. I felt bad for Justin because, I believe that in the NFL, we have a white boy of the week. And, usually the white boy of the week is usually between, Travis Kelce and Justin Herbert. Like, we can all agree that that's usually who's always in the running. And, they're the top 2 players for white boy of the year. And so Mac Jones would be considered, but a lot of people don't like him. So he automatically doesn't make the list.
I don't like Mac Jones, so
he automatically doesn't make the list because at least a few people have to like you to be in the running for White Boy of the Week, which hopefully determines White Boy of the Year. And so, unfortunately, Justin didn't even get a chance to finish out his stuff at the end of the game. So, like, I felt bad for him. I felt so bad. And
Justin
I mean,
I
am a fan of we get you, bro. I'm not even a Charger, and that hurt me personally.
I've become a Chargers fan over the course of this year, and I was like so ready to go. I was like so excited. Our friend Jordan, me and her were texting, and this whole time we were like screaming at each other, like, "Why is this happening? Why didn't they go for? Like, why did they kick the extra points?" Especially at the half. Like, we was going into halftime, I was just like, if they're up on the Chiefs at halftime, like that's a really good place to be in. But no, like that's not what happened. And blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it was Justin Herbert played his little heart out. And with everything that happened in the beginning of the game, the several injuries that happened, Donald Parham just looking, very scary. And you could tell the Chargers were out of it for a little while after he got hurt. Like, it's like, how do you play football after that,
Yeah.
And it's scary, but they overcame and they started doing better. And all of a sudden, Justin Herbert's out here slinging the ball. I feel like Justin Herbert like throws the ball too hard in a way. Like he's like throws it and his receivers almost can't catch it sometimes because he throws it so hard because his arm is so strong. But Justin Herbert's out here throwing the ball, running the ball, stiff arming, like looking incredible. He should have won this game. And unfortunately, the coaching with the picking of the points is I think what caused them to lose.
And then there was a put like exactly like there were some times where like his catchers were definitely not catching, like that one right there where you're talking about. It was I feel like sometimes they just automatically forget, like, oh yeah, I got to catch the ball first before I can run and get the touchdown. Like, you can't. They're definitely putting the cart before the horse, and it shows. And I felt bad because like, even though I have my issues with the college rules and how, they can play all night and all day, like, I feel like everyone should at least get one shot, Like, it's just being, it just being like you win the coin toss, you don't win the coin toss. Because like you can win the coin toss, not score, and use up all the 10 minutes, game's over.
Yeah.
Like, because I did know, I'm not, no Najee Harris out here who didn't know how his job worked. Like, I didn't know the game could end in a tie. Like, you probably shouldn't admit it to that on TV, sir. Like,
He had no idea. He had
you probably
absolutely
shouldn't
no
admit it to
idea.
that on TV, but I just feel like they should have gotten a chance.
Yeah,
But
it's unfortunate. Overtime rules in the NFL is stupid. I feel like it should be like college football overtime where you just keep on going until somebody wins. But yeah, overall, to go to the original question of 2-point conversions or PAT. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's sometimes where it needs to happen and sometimes where you just need the points.
yeah,
And if it's early on in the game or like those points are going to help you out later on, then you have to go for them. You need to get those extra points because it's like, yes, you can get into overtime, but that's literally a coin flip. It's literally a coin flip. So it's like anything can happen in overtime. You could have looked great this entire game, definitely should have won, and then the other team wins just because they get the ball first. So it's definitely tricky and it's a coaching decision, but it is what it is.
that's the unfortunate part of this game, which coaches and players and relationships, it is like our good friend Herbert, who's, he's getting paid $60 million to go hang out on his couch now, which is good for him. I think it's good for everyone involved because, like, it felt like every other day it was like he cussed this person out, he questioned their ability to do their job. Like, all I have to say, if Herbert came to me and was like, "You're not a winner," prove that let me see your resume. Like, you hired me, bro. Like, you hired me because I'm a winner. You're a loser. You've never won on this league. Like, I'm the winner, you're the loser. So it couldn't have been
Get me
right.
started on Urban. I could go
Too
on and on
wild.
about Urban.
Too wild. But thank you for being here, Sam. We've had fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. As you always, like I said, check out all her stuff. I left it in the description. She has a great podcast. Let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, for sure. So I have a podcast. It's called The Girl Who Talks Sports. It's available on all podcasting platforms and on my YouTube channel, also called The Girl Who Talks Sports. My Instagram and my TikTok are right here below at The Girl Who Talks Sports, but I'm also on Twitter at TGWTS Podcast. It's a very fun place. I just live tweet a lot of stuff and get angry, and it's very, very fun. So yeah, so that's where you can find me.
Thanks so much for being here, Sam. Happy holidays to
Happy
you.
holidays. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Oh, you guys. They would just love Sam. Y'all make sure to go check her out. And our next guest is here. She is arguably some people's favorite podcast guest. If you don't know, there's her Sports Convo podcast. It's literally the beginning of this whole jabberoo. And Leigh has the most listened episode on the Her Sports Convo podcast. Like, she's the star here. We're the regular. She's the star. But Leigh's coming on. She is an intern for Hoist the Colors. She writes stories. She's literally one of the coolest people I know. Shout out to Abby Wooten, who is the reason we know each other. Hey, Leigh!
Hey. First of all, I had no idea. I had those listen to podcast episode.
Yeah, you're a star. You're literally a star. Technically, you're second behind Cordell Patterson, but we all know why he was first.
Yeah.
So, like, you're first. You're first.
Oh my gosh, that's so fun.
Leigh's the best. Leigh is the best. And she does a lot of work with the ECU football team. And, I personally say she's the best journalist around town, but some people may argue it, It's my show. I can decide that. And how are you excited? Like, ECU's finally had a pretty decent season and you got to like be there for the rest of it. Like, how are you feeling about that?
I know. I was like hoping and praying. Like, I mean, I'm from Greenville, so I've gone to ECU football games my entire life. So I've seen them be good and I've seen them be really bad the last few years. So I was like hoping and praying. I was like, I hope by the time like at some season while I'm in school at ECU, like we actually have a good season. And I'm so excited that we've actually like had a winning season and it's finally turning around. I'm so excited.
I'm excited for you because personally, anytime I watch them, I go in and I'm like, I don't expect them to win, but it'd be cool if they win.
Yeah, it's
Be
a nice
cool.
surprise.
Because like after you get vested so many times, you gotta like protect yourself, you know.
I know.
But ECU is playing in the Military Bowl this year. Very, it's not a New Year's Six Bowl, but you gotta start with somewhere because
Yeah.
they haven't been to a bowl game in a hot minute. So I decided that we should play a fun little game called Two Truths and a Fake. Lee and everyone watching, you can let us know in the comments which one you think is the real one, or you can let us know which one you think is the fake one. And you're going to try to decide which one of these bowl games is the fake. So
Oh my
here's your
goodness.
first three options. We have the Wasabi Fenway Bowl, the Emerald Nut Bowl, and the New Mexico Bowl of Albuquerque. How you feeling? You got
Okay.
tell us how you're gonna work this one out for us.
Okay. I don't have a strategy. I'm really just gonna guess. I'm just guessing. I'm really not. I'm not good at knowing the names of these. Okay. I'm feeling like the Nut Bowl is like a truth. I feel like that's weird enough to stick in my brain. I feel like that might be something. So that's a truth, I feel like.
Okay, lock it in.
I'm locking in on that one. I think maybe the maybe the New Mexico Bowl is the fake, maybe? And then the Fenway Bowl is the truth. So yeah, the fake is maybe New Mexico. I don't know. What do you think?
I know the answer, so I can't tell you what the answer is.
I was hoping maybe you'd tell me. I don't know.
I can't tell you what the answer is. I know the answer.
Oh, I'm guessing. This is really just me taking a wild guess. I think that the fake is the New Mexico Bowl, maybe.
You locking it in? That's your final answer?
I think so.
You're wrong.
Oh, I knew it. I really was confident on the Nut Bowl too. I really was.
Yeah. They have those outrageous names. So like the
That's
fact that that's not a real bowl. I at one point wrote down who was playing in these two bowl games, but I truly forgot. So if y'all want to watch these bowl, it was like, cause that's the one thing about bowl games is that like they have the wildest names. Like so
They do.
They do.
That's
they really do.
I was locked in on the Nut Bowl. I really thought it was a real one. Oh well.
So here we go. Here's your next one. Here you go.
Okay. I'm really not sure about any of these. I'm being honest. Okay.
Talk it out. What is your process? You got to find a new process because your last one obviously didn't work out too well.
Maybe I should just go with just a random one. Since I was really locked in on the last one, maybe I should just go for a random fake. I'm feeling like the Firestone Bowl is the fake. Maybe if I don't think about it. Maybe if I don't think about it, I'll just throw it out. I'm thinking Firestone might be the fake.
Okay, that's what we're all thinking. Firestone's fake. Unfortunately, I know the answer. And the answer is she's right.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I was like, don't tell me I'm wrong.
You're 1 for 2. You got one more left. The Jimmy Kimmel Bowl is a real bowl. And I'm pretty sure Oregon State and Utah State are playing in that.
Okay.
And the Camellia Bowl is like I think it said it was in Nevada. And I forgot who's playing in that. It was like two like very small FBS schools. So here's your last one. You can get over 75%. You got this one right.
All right. So maybe I should go with the last like strategy there and just like guess a random one. Like let's not think about it. I'm feeling like I'm thinking too hard. I'm thinking maybe the Las Vegas Bowl is the fake. I don't know. I'm just gonna guess.
Why do you think it's the fake? Why do you think?
I truly have no idea. I'm just guessing. Since I guessed on the last one and I got it right, maybe I should just guess this time too.
You're locking it in? That's your final answer?
Yeah.
You're wrong.
No. That that was my second. That was the one I was almost gonna say. That was like my second choice in my head, and I was like, no, let me go for Las Vegas. Oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
whatever. At least I got one right. That's better
Yeah,
than
you got one right. I mean, you did better than most. Yeah, the Foster Farms Bowl is not. It used to be a real bowl game, but it was like way back in the day. And now they don't do that. But the Las Vegas Bowl is a real bowl game,
interesting.
and as well as the Independence Bowl. Like I said, I feel like
Exactly. I knew the Independence Bowl. I was like, I really feel like I know that. I feel like I'm pretty confident that is the truth. But the other two were tripping me up for sure.
because I feel like the name of the actual bowl game stays like the Las Vegas Bowl, and it's like the person who's sponsoring which changes it, which makes you feel like, is this an actual real bowl game or not? You know,
that's exactly what I was thinking.
So as we, bowl season is here, and Lee has all 10 toes deep dive in the college football season, and as we know, we had a big one this year. As a lot of people are trying to figure out, should they play, should they stay? How do you feel about it, Lee? How do you feel? Do you think the players should be 10 toes? Like, should they play in the game? Should they not? Does it depend on if they're playing in a New Year's Six, like a big bowl game, or they're playing in, the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl game?
I feel like when I started thinking about this, I was like, I can definitely see like both sides to the argument of like, should they play in it or not, like, their choice.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, if they do choose to play in their bowl game, I feel like that gives them one more game under their belt of experience. And I also feel like, like as a teammate, maybe that would make the teammates be like, you know what, he's got our back and he's still going to play for us, even though, maybe he's declaring for the draft or,
Yeah.
It's, but then again, you think about it and you're like, I know there's been like a player, I know there was one in like 2016 where like he was like projected to be like a top 5 pick, and then he like blew his knee out in the bowl game, and then like he like his draft pick, it was way lower. So like I can see that one too, where I'm like, would you want to risk, like if you were to get hurt, that would be horrible. I don't know. See sides to it. I mean, I think like you said, like if it's like a really big like New Year's Day one, like I feel like that might be a factor rather than like if it's a really teeny one. But I don't know. I can see both sides to it. I think there's a lot that into that. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I feel like because like that was one of the guys, he's projected to go like top 10. So like I understand that. And Oregon, I feel like it depends on how the season goes out for that team. Or because like Oregon was there, like they were in the fight until the very end. They lost those last 2 games, and it was like, no, we're not, really gonna play in the CFP. And so I feel like, especially now they lost their coach, and so it's gonna be like an interim head coach. And I get where you're coming from, because like you're gonna play this one bowl game that you possibly can lose when you're gonna make $50 million in like a month or so. So
Yeah.
like I 100% get it, and I think the players should decide, because sometimes I feel like we don't give them enough credit, like. Because at this point, they are at the chance of, it's, a business decision. It's no longer, the sport they were playing when they were like 8,
Yeah, I agree. I think with the money standpoint that you just said, like, I mean, if you're like going to be projected like top 5, well, you're, guaranteed like millions, like right off the bat. And then, say you get hurt or something like that, and then you like a way lower draft pick. Now you're not,
Mm-hmm.
you're not getting that. Like, you're not going to get it. So I feel like there's a lot of factors that go into that is really up to the player and what they decide.
True. And then you go on the other side where you're like, because like I don't even really see where you can make a case for like their teammates and stuff, because I feel like those who are the people who understand it the most, because like they're like because I know next year, like if my draft shot keeps going up, I'm not playing in the Dollar General Bowl in someone's backyard. Like I 100% get it. And I think, like I said, especially with the coaching carousel that we're literally currently in, and for some people, they don't know that, like, Lincoln Riley got his start at ECU. Like Like, Lee knew all about Lincoln Riley. He wasn't there when Lee was there, but we're going to pretend like he was. And so with that kind of coaching scenario going around, and then you got your money on the table, like it's hard for someone to just sit around and be like, this is right or wrong. Like I feel like people in the media are the ones who make more of a big deal out of it than like the players on the team. Cause even sometimes they're there, they're just not playing,
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I think the media makes it more of a drama thing than it really is. And I think every point you said, I completely agree with. I think it's really up to the player.
And, diving on the coaching series, so were you shocked by Lincoln moving to California?
I was. And I was just really shocked by that. I did not expect that. But then when you look at like how much he's getting paid and all he's getting from that, I was like, I mean, how could you possibly turn that down? Even though he like built a team that, in Oklahoma and everything,
Yeah.
but I was like, how would you turn that down? Like, it's just crazy to me. I was shocked.
I was shocked, as well as I was like, I would do it too. Like, like I'd be like, oh my gosh, you're gonna pay me $100 million. You're gonna buy my house. You're gonna buy me a new house. Like,
Oh yeah.
I don't know how I could say no. So it made sense, and especially like Oklahoma didn't have the season they were supposed to have. Like we can all sit here and agree, like it didn't work out the way they were supposed to. And with them going to the SEC, Lincoln Riley was like, I don't want to have to face Nick Saban possibly every year. Like, that doesn't sound fun, especially after he saw, like, them not even have that great of a season this year and still demolish people. Like, Lincoln said I wasn't a part of that. And I can't.
Yeah, I don't blame him for that one at all. I mean, and this whole like coaching carousel thing, like when you're offered that much money, I mean, you can't turn that down. Like it's getting to a point where I'm like, when is it like gonna like when is it gonna stop? Like how far is it gonna go with these coaches and the money, until like enough is enough.
And then also I feel like it's kind of weird because like I personally go to a school where like coaches don't come and go often, but you go to ECU and like y'all had a new football coach every 2 seasons before Mike Houston now. So like, do you feel like it's hard for the student body or like from a writer? Like, do you feel like it's hard for people to continuously be like, okay, here we go again. Like, here we go again. Or is it really like, new hope, new passion every year?
I mean, I think it's both. And, I feel like, when ECU, for example, we had that horrible stretch with like Coach Mo, I think a lot of people can agree, like we were ready for a fresh start. We were ready for a fresh start. Like, nothing was nothing was going good. So we were ready to start again. But, I think also about like with the players, like that's gotta be difficult. Like, you're recruited by a coach and then now there's a new coach and a new coach, it's got to be difficult. And as a writer also, I feel like it's sometimes tough to be like, okay guys, let's get excited, like another coach. But I mean, I think also it's like a fresh start. It's like good. I mean, in my experience with ECU, we're struggling for a while, and then it was nice to have a fresh start.
I mean, it is good because like, you get a new chance, but I do kind of feel bad for like the guys who, because even like this season, like a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe all these people are pulling out of Oklahoma or well, I don't think anyone pulled out of Notre Dame that was already committed to Notre Dame after Ryan Kelly left. Like, I don't think they have that issue, but and even a lot of people that were like entering the transfer portal from LSU went back. They were like, okay, like because their quarterback was going to enter the transfer portal. He was like, okay, wait, y'all got Ryan Kelly. I want to come back now. like it's worked out for people a lot, and it's really worked out for USC because they, a lot of their quarterbacks, a lot of people who were from SoCal was like, I'll move to Oklahoma for Lincoln Riley. Wait, now I can see my mom every week and I still can play for Lincoln Riley. Let's go. So it's worked out well for them. And I mean, unfortunately it's part of the game,
Yeah.
it's the business part that unfortunately, it hurts a lot of people, but it keeps a lot of people around. But the other thing I definitely had to talk to my girl Lee about was this fake slide situation, girl. The fake slide. What was up with that?
I when I originally heard about that, I was like, what? Like, I was confused. I was like, what did he do? Like, what is going on? That was crazy. And then, I think like how quickly the NCAA responded, I think that was very good. Like, I think that was the right thing, like, for
Mhm.
sure. And I think, like, the ruling of, like, you can't do that was obviously the right. I think everyone can agree, like, that was the right, change there. I was really just shocked by that. I mean, I just really wasn't expecting that to be a problem. Like, I didn't expect that to be something that they had to say, "No, you can't do that."
Like when he did it, I was like, what are you doing? Like, what are you
Yeah,
doing? Like, the slide is put in there for your protection, you ding dong. Like,
yeah, exactly. If the NCAA didn't pass that or, like, tell them they can't do that, that would put such a target on all of their backs. Like, that's, like, for the safety of the quarterbacks. Like, I was like, "What is this?" I was confused. I was definitely confused.
cause every single defensive coach probably on Sunday or Monday, whenever they went back, they were like, okay, y'all, we gotta now we gotta do something else. And like all those players, they were like, but I don't want to get called for targeting. And it was like, well, what if they're, faking it now? So it was insane. Like, I was completely shocked by the
Yeah.
fact he did it. And then like in a way he was like proud that he did it, but I guess he was proud because it worked for him. But like it worked for you because they were stopping because that's what they're supposed to do.
Like, they're doing it for you, for your safety. Like, I was
It
like,
was great.
"What are you," like, I was just really concerned, and, like, who came up with that? Like, who was like, "Yeah, you should do that?" Did he think that? I don't know. I'm just like, was like, "What?"
I'm gonna have to say it had to be him. It had to be him because I feel like no coach would have been
It had
like,
to.
run the fake slide, Kenny. Like,
Yeah, that would be crazy. Yeah, it must have just came to I wonder, like, what his thought process was through that. Like, did it just come, like, right then? Like, "Oh, I'm gonna fake slide," or was that, like, cooking in his head for a while? Like, "I'm gonna pull that out at some point."
he was like, I'm gonna juke. I'm gonna juke. I guess he was thinking like kind of how like the running backs like go one way and they change direction, or how wide receivers do the start stop. He was like, I can do that, but in reality, baby, you can't. Because
That was
there's a whole like there's a whole 12 to 15 pages dedicated to protecting the quarterback, and
yeah.
you can't do that. Like, I don't want to say like you're not making the game fun anymore, but you're really putting people at risk, and you're putting
Yeah,
yourself at risk.
exactly. Yeah, I
So
agree with that.
that's tough. I'm excited for you. Will you be covering ECU's bowl game? Will you be down there, or they didn't
I
let
will
you
not be down there. I will be on family vacation in the mountains.
go? Okay, that's good then. That's good.
I will be watching, obviously. But hopefully we win. I'm excited. I hope we win. But
I hope you guys, y'all, it would really, wrap this season up for you guys, especially because there's a lot of seniors on the team,
Mhm.
and she's a senior, so it'd be the comeback story of the year.
It
It'd be the
really
comeback
would.
story of the year. Definitely be the comeback story for the year, you guys. But check out Leigh's episode. I've linked it down below. Unfortunately, Leigh came on in the early days of the podcast before we had a video component. So you just will have to listen. You can listen while you're cleaning, walking your dog. I don't know. I don't know what you do at your time. But yeah, Leigh, tell them where they can find you on the social media, on the internet, read your stories.
Well, you can find on my like social media just my name, Leigh Pizzatella. It's probably linked somewhere because it's really hard to spell. And then I write for Hoist the Colors. We have a website, and I'm sure you could probably search my name and then Hoist the Colors ECU, and then find my articles there. And I would appreciate if you read them. It'd be cool. But yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. And also, y'all, tell Leigh. Leigh's got one more semester in college. This girl's gonna be a graduate. She's gonna be a graduate. A
That's
whole
so
graduate. Our girl Leigh is gonna be a whole graduate. So thank you for coming on, Leigh. Happy
Thank
holidays.
you. Happy holidays.
Oh, you guys. So our next guest is arguably one of my favorite people I've ever met on the internet. Like, he is a ball and a half, a everything in a half. Everyone loves his videos. Everyone loves his take. We have himself, Mr. CJ Jones.
What up, dog? I'm so excited. I took this in the back room of my office today. All right, so you may see some random people come in and ask me for an iPhone. I may cuss them out. But here we go. I'm so excited to be back. I missed you.
I mean, like, when our last episode was like the first, like, before the season even started, and like a lot's happened since then.
I know, right?
A lot has happened, and a lot hasn't
Adele
happened.
has dropped an album. Yeah, Adele's dropped an album. Kyrie started playing a basketball game. So it seems like we're still on pace.
We're on pace for chaos, and it's not even Christmas yet. Like, they're not even halfway through the season. It's not even All-Star Weekend.
I know, but I'm excited. I love every minute of it, except for Mav sucking right now. But it's okay. We're not talking about that.
We're just gonna turn the page.
Just
and this is a holiday show, so I know one of my personal favorites from NBA Christmas was the NBA Christmas jerseys. Like, they were iconic. They were memorable, but somebody decided they should get rid of them. So I decided we take back a little walk down memory lane and look at some of these jerseys. So first one is 2012. We have the full color. Honestly, I think these were a good way to step their toe into Christmas jerseys. It was safe. You just like added like you just put the whole color on the dye. They were like, here. I feel like this was like somebody came up with this idea in like November, and they were like, oh, we need to do something. We need to put this out real quick. And they were like, okay, let's just do this. And everyone's like, fine.
They'll never know, guys. They'll never know. That's what they're doing.
they're like, they'll think we came up with this. But honestly, my favorite was 2013. 2013 were my favorite. One, they were my favorite because they made the Jingle Bells commercial. You remember, like, when they were shooting it was like Jingle Bells, Jingle. Yeah, that's the commercial they did this in, and these are definitely one of my favorites.
These are at the bottom of my list. I've never been a fan of the T-shirt basketball jerseys. I don't know why. This is basketball, not soccer, and I just never liked them. Except for my favorite one's the Cavs one. The Cavs 2016 one. Because I'm a LeBron fan and they won a title on that one, I guess I will have a special tomorrow. But every time I see them, like, dude, we're wearing T-shirts out here. Come on, let's be real. He
was like, I'm here for it, but like honestly, I hate it. But I mean, I like it.
Maybe if they were tight fitting shirts, you know what I'm saying? I'll
kind of the dry fit shirts that some people wear under their jerseys because they're like, my arms are too skinny and I'm playing against LeBron and he was 1 million pounds a day.
Like, this dude's too small, and that was Jack LeBron. That was 280 LeBron. That was LeBron lifting trucks up. That was a different LeBron. That was unfair. But I will admit, those Heat red ones with the white Heat logo, I hate the Heat, but I love that sleeve jersey. That was a good one. That was a good one.
And then 2014, they put the names on the back. I felt like this was lazy, personally.
Hoosier style. It is lazy. So I was like, we should just switch it up. Go from top to bottom.
Like, okay. I felt, again, this was a last-minute decision. They were like, oh, gosh, we forgot about the Christmas Day jerseys. Like, let's just, rearrange it for their first day.
There's one other caveat. The ugly logo above the number.
Oh, hate that.
I hate that one.
I hate it.
Yeah, this is definitely the worst. This is definitely the trash.
Hate it.
This is definitely the worst year. Oh god.
Because they're like crop in the logo, throw it on top. It's a jersey. I wish I knew. Did they make any sales on these? Because they definitely couldn't have.
They definitely did. They definitely did. These all went to Ross, and there's a bunch of like 10-year-old kids that like basketball whose dad like go to Ross. I found this shirt $25 for you right here, son. That's what that.
It's a LeBron jersey.
It's a LeBron jersey. It's a LeBron James Cavaliers jersey. I've never seen this jersey before. Yep, son. I saw it at Ross.
Limited edition. Only you got it. Only you got it.
No, I do. I hate that jersey. Sorry, my AirPods died. I hear you still.
It's okay. It gives me like practice jersey when they put like the logo tiny and then the number on the front. Like I feel like I shouldn't be watching you play basketball.
Exactly. It annoys me like the Clippers jerseys annoy me because they just want to say Clippers in front of them. The LAC, I'm like, first of all, y'all brand ain't that strong. Second of all, just put Clippers. We all know y'all are losers. Just put Clippers on the jersey. Changing the name off the jersey does not stop y'all from being losers. Okay, sorry. That was a little mini rant. Sorry, guys. I
I mean,
apologize.
it is what it is. And then the last two that they had were basically the same. It was just they were like, we give up. This is ending. We're just gonna do this little Christmassy font and give us some Willy Wonka font and call it a day.
I did like these a little bit.
I like the font. Like it was, it gave me holiday cheer.
Do you want to know my favorite Christmas jersey was?
What?
It wasn't one in this collection. It was when the Mavericks won the championship when we wore our gold jersey in 2011 on Christmas Day and got crushed by the Heat. That was my favorite one. That's my favorite Christmas. I got that jersey at the house. I got the shirt and everything. That was my favorite Christmas Day.
They wore a City Edition jersey on Christmas, and you called it a Christmas jersey.
No, it was a championship jersey. It was the
gold
outlining, and we got beat by 50. It was horrible. It was like, okay, that was not worth it at all.
It was something. Was it worth it? Maybe not. I don't know.
The banner went up. That's all that matters.
You got a lot of people don't even have one.
Yeah, like Clippers fans. All right, back to why are the Clippers catching strays today? I don't know why.
They're like, what did we do? Like
we just been quiet, losing for years. We don't know what's going on. What in the world?
But a lot has happened since the last time we spoke. But the biggest thing that happened this week was Mr. Steph Curry became the all-time record 3-point person, blah, blah, blah. There was a whole bunch of others. And now, personally, I know when this happened. We all saw it coming. Like, he had the likelihood of him not scoring 2 threes in one game, like, that he was actively playing in, was ridiculous. But the best part about this, for me, was Mr. Spike Lee and giving his best auntie impression. Like, it was insane. Were you able to see this live and in person?
Yes, I did. I was the guy that was rooting for chaos. I wanted Steph to start 0 for 17 and then hit his last 2 threes and probably one hit the game to break Spike's heart. But it didn't happen that way. We knew it was coming. When he hit that first one, I was like, oh, he's got it. It's going to go in. Then he missed the next one. It's like, oh, dang. And then hit the last one. Okay, yeah. Okay, he's already. But Spike doing Spike getting the right angle. For the angles, they were making a lot of things out of this picture. I thought it was a fire picture, right? Then I look at it on Instagram, I'm like, that was an auntie picture. That's a picture your auntie takes right there. That's not great.
Like, it's kind of grainy. It's kind of grainy. It's kind of zoomed in.
Is he using an iPhone or he's using a flip phone? I don't know, because it was not clear.
Spike got iPhone 6.
If Spike got here with iPhone 6 and that's shiny old suit, I'm suing. I'm gonna go buy another additional.
Get a phone. He's a lot of he's invested in a lot of things. He hasn't really dipped his toe into making new things. So it was. But I felt the crazy part about this whole thing was that when he made the 3, it was like everyone rushed the court, and I was like, "So is the game over? Like, are we not playing basketball anymore?" Like
that is one annoying thing about basketball is when records are broken. They have these like big long ceremonies in the middle. I'm like, I was a baseball player, so baseball, you do something, you come out, you tip your cap, everybody claps, and you go back down. And then Steph's like hugging his mama and stuff. If I'm the Knicks, I'm like, get back on D. Let's go. Layups all day. That's what I'm doing. I am not stopping play for him. I'm getting power ball and everything.
It was wild because it wasn't even like it was like a little, a little 2 minute. It felt like it was like 10-15.
I was like, can we get this going again? Like, okay, Steph, you did something cool. Yay, Steph. This record's only broken in 10 years because people shoot threes all the time now. I do want to see how far it gets up there.
It's gonna get
I
far.
do want to see how high. He's got like what, 4 more, 5 more, 6. He's 32.
I think he's gonna go.
One of y'all. Is he a North Carolinian? Is he a North Carolinian?
Yeah, he because his dad played for Charlotte.
Forgot about that. So he's one of y'all. I forgot about that.
He's a North Carolinian. Yeah, his dad played for Charlotte. He went to Davidson.
Davidson's in Carolina, in the Carolinas.
Is it North Carolina? I think.
I thought it was in Virginia. I don't know where Davidson is. I was like, I don't know
either. It's close to North Carolina. How that is close. I'm pretty sure it's in North Carolina though.
I only I know about Davidson and Steph Curry played there. End story.
It's in college. Yes, it's in Davidson, North Carolina. It's in Davidson, North Carolina. So.
The more you know.
Fun fact of the day, you guys.
Guys, we learned something new. All right, cool.
But yeah, and then the game was kind of close. So I was like, "Ooh, are they gonna lose and Steph broke the record?" Like, "Oh, funsies!" But the Knicks.
The refs came and saved them. Yeah. The Knicks are just nicking right now. All right.
I had a lot of high hopes for how they started this season, how they ended last season. I had a lot of high hopes for the Knicks.
I have a couple Knicks fans in my life. They were shooting me text messages at the beginning of the season. The Knicks are back. The Knicks are back. That text message thread has been real quiet of late since that 2-12 stretch. I'm just saying. Haven't heard from too many of them. So, I guess the Knicks were back and then
they're playing bad because they sat Kemba. Like they had a winning record and they sat Kemba. And now they're like 2-8.
But Kemba was so bad.
He's not as bad as the rest of the people on the court. He's not as bad as the rest of the people on the court.
He just looked old. Kemba just looked done. And that's crazy because he's like only 30.
True.
Like Kemba's young. He was 2013, 2014. That year. Like for him to he just looked old now. That's kind of scary. I'm like, dang. They don't make him like they used to no more. But yeah, no, they have high hopes. RJ Barrett plays like crap right now. Who else is on that team? Derrick Rose? Yeah, the fact that I can't name more than 5 Knicks players right now is a problem.
Wait, okay. Here's you got Derrick Rose. We're gonna call Kemba because he's technically on the team. Like he gets paid. His name is on the grade. Reggie Bush.
Reggie Bush. Who's Reggie Bush? Who's Reggie Bush?
You don't know who Reggie Bush is?
Who's Reggie Bush?
Reggie Bush. He's on their team.
They have a guy named Reggie Bush on their basketball team.
Oh my God, his name is Reggie Bullock. I'm dead.
Reggie Bullock don't even play. He's a Carolinian. Hey, look, he don't even play there no more. He's in Dallas.
Well, you guys, this has been fun.
I kind of figured that's what you're talking about, but I was like, no, we're gonna play this out. We're gonna play this out real quick. Hold on. Maybe I'm missing. I'm about to Google Reggie Bush. Are you good? So I was like, Reggie Bush plays for the Knicks. I'm so confused. Okay, I'm back. Okay, could you name any other ones?
I already said RJ Barrett, right?
Yep, we're 3. You got the
kid. Kevin Knox, the guy he went to Tennessee. They drafted him like last year.
He's still in the league.
He was a rookie last year or the year before last year.
Oh, he's forgettable.
Yeah, that's why I thought of Reggie Bush before I thought of him.
Oh, they got the big tall dude.
Obi Toppin.
Oh, they got Obi. They got old man Obi over there. I forgot Obi. Okay, we get the 5 Knicks now. We got to start lineup.
Yeah.
Mitchell Robinson. Okay. that team is trash.
I
Lord,
mean, we were
Lord.
scrapping for this.
6 names out of a hat. Couldn't guess it. We were like Kiki Palmer. I do not know that man. I feel sorry about him. We was like with the next player.
Carrie Bradshaw. Doesn't she live in New York? Yeah, she's on the team.
Yeah, he's definitely there. He's definitely there. Next time somebody says who plays his name, like CJ Jones is a good guy. He's like their backup shooting guard. He sits on the bench. He's kind of cool.
Really reliable. Plays great defense.
Always comes through the clutch. You know what I'm saying? It's good. I'm sorry.
Great defender. He's always there when you call it. Now, talking about people who are quote unquote always there when you call them, let's talk about the people that are not always there when you call them, and that is Mr. Zion. Sorry for you Pelicans fans, but this is just a hot mess and a half if we're going to keep it a book. Some things came out today saying that, he's falling asleep watching film. He's not even going to rehab. And that was after 2 days ago, they said he's going to be out for another 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay. I have a lot of Zion stock right now, and I'm hurting a little bit. But Zion is 6'6", 275 pounds. He can fall asleep in film practice because he is a freaking beast, all right? He gets to the rim. He shoots 70% from the field. He don't need to know plays. The plays need to know Zion, and that's all he needs to know. Point blank, period. Now, only thing I worry about with Zion is the honey cakes he be eating on. I'm like, Zion, getting a little. I don't know if it's like he's doing the Kanye and wearing the oversized stuff, and because that picture came out the other day, I was like, dang. And he ain't posted a workout video. You know when everybody say somebody fat?
Yeah.
Big old pumping iron. They all swole.
No shirt, all sweat, all baby oil. No shirt, all baby oil.
We ain't that video from Zion yet, so he may be about that big right now. So but even if Zion's 300, he the most athletic 300-pounder in the NBA. He's
a lot more athletic than me. I'm not 300 pounds though. So I guess that really doesn't hold up in court,
So I'm not worried about the dude. I think he got drafted to a real bad situation.
And it got worse as his time went on.
And it's still getting worse. I thought when he got another coach that does not fit his style to play, they should have got somebody more tempo. If you want to keep Zion in shape, get him an up and down guy. I thought D'Antoni was going there, and D'Antoni made the offense perfect around him. And that's why. And then the people in New York, once again, y'all getting your hopes high for we getting Zion and he'll sit and blah blah blah. Zion ain't going to play for Tibbs. Zion ain't go for that much defense. Nah. So I think
cardio. No thanks. He said cardio. I'm good.
Wait, coach, I jump and I dunk. That's all I'm good for. And occasional off-ball defense. But to be honest, people are harping Zion for this. We met Zion 5 years ago now, 6 years ago.
5 years ago.
White kids over at it's my bad. I shouldn't say little white kids. On little kids in South Carolina.
Smaller children in his age group.
He was slamming on them, doing backwards reverses, and we thought he was gonna be a sensation. And there was going to be another. Then he goes and dominates Duke. He dominates half his rookie year, almost wins Rookie of the Year, right? Last year was, in the games he played, virtually unstoppable. And he did that with a coach that didn't know nothing about coaching. Him.
Nothing.
I'm not worried about him. I think he's in a bad situation. I don't think he likes Griff. I don't think he likes New Orleans.
The only thing he likes about New Orleans is the food.
Oh, I know he's eating all the food. Hey, New Orleans restaurants, if you listen to anybody from there, Zion, don't bring in the seconds. I don't care if you ask for it. Just say, Zion, you good. Good. But also, you got to think Zion's young. He's still only 21, 22. He hasn't learned it. Did you take care of your body at 22? No. But you're 22, right?
I'm 21, so I haven't reached that point to answer that question.
But right, but I know it sure as hell I didn't. I was drinking, smoking, everything, running around, eating 2 meals, eating burgers at 4 o'clock in the morning, eating tacos.
I think Zion's just out there eating Popeye's chicken, eating some chicken and waffles, eating some gumbo, and playing some anime. And I mean, can you blame him? He's rich. He's young and he's rich.
Yeah, but like he's not in trouble. He's just getting fat. Everybody gets fat at one point.
And I mean, he can't play like he had surgery on his foot, so it's not like he's just not participating. You know what I mean? Like it's not like he's like making a stance or anything. He's taking some paid time off.
Yeah. And back, I just want to get 1 full year of Zion. Hold on. Am I just here by myself? I'm here on my own by myself. I don't know if I'm backstage or front stage, but I'm here. But Zion, I wonder what Zion likes to eat. I just want to know. Okay, you're back. All right, cool. I was freeballing it. I was going like old school talk radio. Just like, so we're just gonna act like nothing happened and keep it going. I can hear you. Do. Can you hear me?
Now?
Yep. We're back. I was like,
I was like, I can hear him. I can hear you.
I was like, talking. Okay. Hear her. I thought my phone. We're back. What were we talking about, Zion? What do you think Zion's? No, I won't do that to him.
Yeah, let's not. Let's move on. Let's move on.
I thought about it for 2 seconds.
Let's talk about Mr. Kyrie. He is coming back, baby. Kyrie is back. And he's only back on a part-time basis. He's can only play in games that are not in New York because New York says we still don't want him in our buildings. So I think it's interesting how the solution to their COVID problem is to get someone who's 100% not vaccinated.
I mean, okay. I'm not going to get my political soapbox here, guys. You know what I'm saying? He's following the rules, I guess. I mean, there's some states in the United States where like whatever you want to do, bro, you're good here. Texas is one of those. All right, you know what I'm saying? But are the Nets that desperate?
Yes, they are.
Get Bayless. I'm gonna do the Stephen A. Smith. Is Kevin Durant so incompetent that he can't run a team by himself? He has to go get an unvaccinated Kyrie who could only play in. Hold on, I saw the story earlier. Hold on. 28 games right now to play. It's gonna be a show, and I can't wait to see it all.
I'm gonna watch. I mean, it'd be dumb for us not to watch. You know what I mean? But like, you can't really blame them for going back to Kyrie. Like, they literally had to like find people on the streets in New York to play that last game. Man, like they had 8 people, and 8 people was the minimum. So.
And that makes it almost like even. I would say it's even more crazy bringing Kyrie back because like we don't know how many of the Nets players are currently out or were out, were unvaccinated or something like that. But you have those people away from the facility, but you bring someone that's not unvaccinated and to a place where there's a possible COVID outbreak. It's like we don't know where it's coming from. If it's coming from a breaker or something like that, or he's putting other people in danger. But I'm just here for these jokes, and I just can't wait for Kyrie to sage the arena. I just want to let the hate get out of here for my unvaccinated, my persecution. Lord Jesus, I can't wait for it. I just can't wait for deep Kyrie. Kyrie's he's the guy who always talks. And you're like, bro, you talking out loud. Like, you say that shit real for real. Like,
do you know we can hear you? You know
we hear you. Yeah, bro, I was trying to tell you about, the mother and the father, the land, and the earth. Everything. Bro, I don't want to hear that right now. I just want you to go shoot a free throw. That's all we need. That's all we need right now.
Like I said, it's I literally at this point, I think, because we all know Adam Silver ain't gonna cancel Christmas Day. Like that ain't gonna happen. So it's gonna be a whole bunch of playing on Christmas Day. And are we probably gonna watch? Yes, because I mean, why not?
Well, there's football on Christmas this year, so.
No, there's not.
Yes, there is.
Christmas on Saturday.
There's football on Saturday for Christmas. 2 games. Let's go.
Are the Cowboys playing? Is that what you know?
Nope, Cowboys play on Sunday. I'm gonna be at that game. Woo woo! Go beat the Redskins.
The Washington football team.
The Washington football team. Sorry, the Washington football team. They've always been the red people.
That's even worse. Oh my god.
That's so. Okay, guys, I'm not a sensitive human being. I promise.
The former.
They've always
former
been
blank.
The former, offensive franchise name.
There you go.
But they still have their current offensive owner. So, my bad. Sorry to go for there. Okay. So
but yeah, it's like I said, it's gonna be chaos. Like, because there's no way they're gonna cancel. Even though almost every single star in the NBA is in protocol at this point.
Yeah, essentially. So that means, and it's like what's going on in the NFL. The NFL's having the same problem right now. Are these leagues that made these big deals about, we're so good testing. Last year was all we barely had any breakouts. Were y'all really testing last year, or what happened to your protocols? And why are we not doing this? We had Aaron Rodgers out here unvaccinated. I mean, he was immunized. He was immunized, guys. Immunized. Out here with no mask, no. We had Amari Cooper, Cowboys player, unvaccinated. Not wearing masks in interviews. Now he's wearing that mask in interviews. Like, so these are things that's like, are both leagues taking the protocol safe? We see leagues like the women in this country, all right, as always, leading the front way. Thank you. But the the PCL, the Women's Hockey League now, they just changed their name. The NWSL and WNBA all have low vaccine. All have high vaccination, but low outbreak numbers. So this does fall back. I know Goodell and Silver are not going to do stuff, but this falls back pretty hard in their lap, and also falls in the laps of the owners, putting not only their players,
but the other people who work
around the players, trainers, the facilitators, their families, all this in risk because they're not taking these protocols seriously.
Yeah, because even the NFL, like, they made it so like the tier 1 and tier 2 people have to get a third shot. But those are the people around the players, but you're not making the players get their first, second shots. So. Yeah.
Well, it's a lack of control. Like, you can control somebody that makes, 67, not control. You can, or leverage to incentivize a person who makes $70,000 a year working for you. Hey, I can go find somebody else that makes $70,000 a year to take this job if you need to get the third shot, versus a guy who's your star player who's making $25 million a year. So
his name is plastered all over the city with your logo on it.
Yeah, with anonymous. Yeah, like, I am the team. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I mean, to each their own. I just wish if they're doing these leagues got to do a better job. It's like not stopping. Nobody wants to pay. Like, we're paying a lot of money to go see these games. Didn't Philly's game get canceled this weekend? Postponed. Philly, Washington got postponed.
And the Bulls had 2 games postponed this week as well.
Yeah, that's like, first of all, you ruin people's plans. If I buy tickets to a game, I need to go game that day. Because
I could go that day. I don't know if I can go whenever you decide to postpone it.
Yeah, not gonna go in 3 days.
They took time off. They got a babysitter.
Yeah, I allocated money for that day alone, not the day after. All right. If I didn't go that way, I was somewhere else spending that money, so I can't go. So no, it's just, I just want to see how bad this is gonna get. It was what we thought was gonna be last year, and now it's this year, and that's the crazy part. Which I think I
feel like this year's worse because it's all happening at the same time.
I think they were reporting it this year. I think last year they just weren't reporting it. That's why I think it. So I don't know. Now I'm a political soapbox. Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Live your life.
Whatever. Live your life.
Stay away from us, though.
Yeah. YOLO. and until you go low. Okay.
On a softer topic, Miss Meg Thee Stallion, she became a college graduate this year, and
Sorry.
Arkansas, they even said that at Texas Southern, like people who dropped out, they're coming back now because they were like, Megan did it. I can finish out. Like I got 2 more semesters left. If you were at the height of literally, like I feel like pretty much everybody knows who Meg Thee Stallion is. Like even if you don't listen to her music, like I'm pretty much sure you know who she is. Would you have continued on? Because they said she started at Texas Southern in 2017 and she popped off at like 2018. So like, would you have kept going, or would you been like, I'm good? I'm gonna just take my Grammys and go.
And into our rebranding right now. All right, me and my brother's podcast is called The Doc and the Dropout. Hell no, I wouldn't have stayed there. I've been gone. I've been on stages all around town. I'll be in Houston's own. All right, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put me in the classroom. Me? No, I'm gone. I'm out. Deuces. I got an album. I got a record deal. I got chains, bruh. I'm not here for this. My mission accomplished. I'm like George Bush in front of the plane. Mission accomplished. Mama, I made it. That's me. Short answer.
I mean, I see, like, obviously now, like, she won the Grammys in like her last semester of like having to go on. So I can understand after winning the Grammys why you sticked around for the last 6 weeks. I get that. But like on those early days when she had a whole lot way to go and she had just started, I wouldn't have been mad at her. I'd be like, hey girl, I understand. Because people go to school to get a job. You already have the job. Like,
as soon as my song was on the radio station, I'm out. As soon as I'm pulling up to school, coming live, little da-da-da-da-da. Oh, pulling right back out. I made it. Mama, hear me on the radio? I'm boosting. I'm going back. I'm out of school. I'm done. Don't need it. I'm gonna be a rapper for life.
For life. But no, it's crazy. Like, good for her though. And then she started her own like scholarship for people at the school. So like that's good too. So shout out to you, Megan. You're doing great things.
TSU needed it. All right, TSU. Little history. You want to know a history note about a black TSU? How black TSU is?
A history note.
All right. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to word this where I won't say it stupidly. The University of Texas was so scared of black folk in the 1950s that they made the law school at TSU. They gave all the money for the law school at TSU. So that's why TSU has one of the best law schools in the state of Texas.
I think I saw that somewhere.
It is a true story.
But that's a great point.
That's one of the things you hear about in Texas a lot.
That's a great point. But on a lighter note, let's talk about our faves, Rich Paul and Adele.
Okay. Is there a more perfect couple?
No. I mean, honestly, I don't even think they're a couple. I think he is her boy toy, and I'm here for it.
No. I know they're a couple. You know why? Yeah. Did you see what Adele did?
What she did?
You know where I'm going? In February, I'll be in Vegas seeing Adele, who just started her what's it called? Her
residency in Vegas. Yes, that's what.
Residency. There we go. I couldn't say I was saying residency. But yeah, residency over in Vegas. You know where Vegas is? A 4-hour drive.
To Los Angeles.
From where's Paul at? Where's Adele from? She moved across the ocean.
Not because she got divorced or anything, right?
Europe's a really big country. She could have went anywhere there, all right? But she moved across the ocean with her kid. I'm just saying.
I'm here. I hear you.
I love it.
I'm here for it. And then last night, there was like the stars are out at the Chargers game, but they always post that thing like, yeah, rich people are gonna go to a game in Los Angeles, California, where they all are, and it was Maverick and Jay-Z were sitting together, and then Adele and Rich Paul were sitting together, and Adele had on that mask because she was like, I know who you be around. It ain't gonna be me. She said, all your friends are getting the thing. Not gonna be me though.
They was like, your clients? Who are your clients? Oh yeah, put this basket on, Rich. I'm gonna be right here. I'm
But I'm
actually
good. I'll keep it on.
for it. Good. Did you take it? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy for her. I mean, just no pressure on her. I just like it. I mean, it was a weird pairing. When we saw him at the Suns game, it was like, yo, really? Like Rich and Adele? Because you never see, like, we know who Rich Paul was, but before Rich Paul started dating Adele, did you know what Rich Paul looked like?
I did.
Kind
But like,
if
I saw him on the street, I've been like, that man looks familiar. I would have been like, that's Rich Paul.
But if you see him in the streets now, you be like, dang, Rich, my dude, my God, I see you. I see you out do the Lord's work. Amen. Don't break a heart, because we can't have another album. We can't have another album. Don't have her come out.
I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it to the album though.
Okay. Can we talk about the album?
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Favorite song?
Favorite song? Oh, easy on me. This is still gonna be. I listen to that song 40 times a day, probably on my playlist. We at my store. They know this is Adele on the hour every hour. There's 5 Adele songs to play in a row, and it's on a playlist. So, all right, it's on there.
No shuffle allowed.
No shuffle allowed. Don't touch my playlist. It's my store, my playlist. And oh god, the whole album is so good. I just ordered the clear vinyl. That's gave me the ad on Twitter. I did it anyway. It was $37.99. I did it. I don't know why.
That's pretty cheap though.
I know, but I wish I could get an autograph. I'm gonna send it off. See if I can get an autograph. I'm sending mail.
Send it to Rich Paul's office. Send it to Clutch Sports and see if he can get it there.
I should. Good idea. To Adele.
To Adele, but CC.
Woman, you got people sending mail to my office. But what was your favorite song?
To Be Loved. I Drink Wine. Those were great. And then Love Is a Game. That was Bob. Hold On. That was a good one too.
The whole album was good.
Yeah. By nature, the first song I didn't like it. I was like, okay, skip.
But the more you listen to the album, the more you're like, dang.
You get the story. You feel her pain. You're like, girl, he did you that bad. Golly.
It's like that's one of the things we have. Like, who hurt you? We know who hurt her. I want to go fight him for Adele. I throw hands for Adele. She know it. It's all good. We from the streets.
I think she should be able to do her Tiny Desk concert at his divorce. At his lawyer office because he's a lawyer. So I think she should be able to do her NPR Tiny Desk performance at the lawyer's office. No,
she don't need him. She don't need. She passed the petty.
With Olivia Aubrey, Olivia girl, she got to do hers at the DMV. Could you imagine if you pulled up to the DMV that day and they're like closed for concert?
I'm like, this is the only day I have off. So y'all can get this little concert going, but I'm gonna get license today. So that's what we're gonna do. But that's what we're doing here today. But no, I'm excited. I love the album. I'm going to go see her in February, so I'm pretty sure we should schedule another show around there and I can cry on here because
I'm so jealous that you're going to see her at her residency.
I didn't know she was getting a residency. I got on Twitter one day and I was like, well, guess who's going to be in Vegas in February? This guy. Let me buy a ticket right now. You can't buy them yet. You can buy them January 2nd. So that's what I'll be doing on January 2nd. Buying my tickets to Adele. I don't care how much they cost. Just do it. Put it on a credit card. I'll pay it off this year. So.
Did you see the clip? Because you're a married man. Did you see the clip of the guy proposing his girlfriend at the Adele, One Night Only show? Did you see that?
No. Oh, I did see it because I play it for one of my associates every day when this girlfriend walks in.
Did you feel some kind of way? Did you feel like that's bad? She said all these man's friends hate him because they can never top that. And now all their girlfriends are looking at him like,
I got one better, bro. I got one better. So I went to a concert down in Houston on Sunday, right? Tobe Nwigwe, my dude, if you want to listen to him, tap into that powerful brother down there in Houston, Tobe Nwigwe. Just TOBE, and it'll come up autofill. All right, don't worry about it. my guy brought his personal chef on stage. He's like, hey, y'all gotta eat with him. Da da da. He used to mess with my music back in the day, and we were like, everybody's like, what? For real? Like, who put you on? He said, my girl. Bring the girl out stage. She and her. What's the Beyonce do? Can't think. Ivy Park. She and Ivy Park looking fly. Toby talking to her. And then I'm like, they out here talking about random stuff. Why they talk? Then everybody looked down, dude, and dropped to a knee. Girl about fell out. I was like, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. In front of 5,000 of Houston's own, with everybody in the building. Paul Wall, Slim Thug, everybody was like, dang. That was the most Houston proposal I ever heard. The only thing we missed was Beg and Chameleon. Great. I was like, oh, dang. That would have made me shiver. Not a Dale concert, but that dang, I could top that. I would feel some type of way. Because my proposal was bad though. Do we have time to share the story of my proposal?
Yes, we have time.
Okay.
This will be the last thing we touch on.
Unless you have something else to talk about.
No, really... this is it. This is all. This is it.
Okay.
Adele was it.
I had a little stressful week at work that week. I was like, I just took over a new acquisition. I was going crazy. I was working like 20-hour days. It was stupid. And I finally got to a breastfeeding point where I came home. I had my wife's ring. And I was nervous as shit. All right. I'm not going to even lie. I was like nervous. I'm sweating. She's almost found the ring like 4 times. Right. I come into the room, rings in my hand. Right. I'm laying in bed. And I'm just taking forever to propose. And I was trying to do it all cute. I was trying to figure out how to do it. And without her figuring it out. And then she said, I'm going to kick you out of bed. She tried to kick me. She said, get out of my bed. And I was like, well, I forgot what I said. It was something stupid cheesy. Something mad cheesy. And I popped the ring open. And then she just yelled, get on your knee.
You got to get on your knee. Come on now.
She just yelled, get on your knee. But she cried. We called people till 3 o'clock in the morning. So it was a bad one, but it was.
I wouldn't have answered if you called me at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I've been like, so did like anyone know you were proposing? Like your friends knew?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He
was just the only one that didn't know.
Ozil.
When and where?
Yeah, we were gonna go on a hike, but then I was like, I don't want to be sweating when I propose in my wife. Then we're gonna do a boat ride, but then she'll know it coming. Then want to do a dinner, and then she'll know it coming. My wife's also was not around people person, so I didn't want to publicly embarrass her.
That's good.
So I was like, so I was talking nice and quiet. I should have just did something more intimate at the home, but I had just like had a really stressful week in my life. I came home, saw my wife cooking me chicken in the kitchen, you know. Like, she fried me chicken at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, I'm going to propose to her tonight. And it was just not the smartest game plan.
No, it was not.
It's worked out. We're still married. She hasn't left me yet, so that's all good.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Well, you know, thanks for coming on, CJ.
You know, I'm always here. Let's go.
I would tell you to promote your stuff, but you and your brother have been rebranding all of 2021.
So we can tell. We last time I was on your show, could tell everybody because we were holding a secret for our first show. But obviously, me and Jordan have not recorded another show in like 7 months. We're coming back, guys. We have it. Jordan's having a baby. So I think I told you after the show. Did I tell you after the show last time?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Jordan's having a baby. So we are 2 months away from that. The baby is due Super Bowl fucking Sunday. So if Baby West comes on Super Bowl Sunday, just know me and Jordan will be happy, but like stressed. All right, watching the Super Bowl with a newborn. It's been fun. But that's where we're going. We are rebranding Docket and Dropout podcast coming to you in January. We're gonna try to get like 2 or 3 episodes before the baby comes here. Then after that, guys, it's gonna be like maybe me and some guest podcast hosts until we get Jordan their normal schedule, because he's always stressed out anyway. So, but yeah, I love being here. You know, I'm always down for y'all.
We love having you. CJ, y'all go follow him on Twitter. I have all the stuff in the description. Yeah, CJ's great. So is his brother, Jordan. Congratulations, Jordan.
Congratulations, Jordan. Gonna be a decent dad.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm out. I gotta go back to work.
Well, bye.
Bye.
Happy holidays. Oh, thank you guys for watching so much. It's been fun. It's been a fun year. It's been a fun season. I hope this, brought you a little holiday cheer, got you in the spirit. Just wanted to let you guys know, follow the Her Sports Convo Instagram, follow the main channel which you're watching this on, subscribe, be notified every time I post a new video, which are on Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and check out the podcast channel where I post new podcast episodes every single Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. I have literally crazy conversations like this every single week. They're wild. It's fun times over there. And I just, thanks for sticking around. Share this with a friend. Watch it with your family on Christmas Day. Y'all literally nothing else to do. And as always, be safe, have fun, and don't be afraid to join the convo.